Imagine Robert Kiyosaki sitting around a rustic table in a quiet Napa winery, swirling a glass of deep red wine. He's surrounded by the 14 smartest advisors you've never heard of, each with a secret sauce that turned his million-dollar ideas into multi-million-dollar realities. But here's the twist. It wasn't the money or the idea that made them rich. It was the team. Why? Because a great team can turn any idea into lasting wealth. But most people get this fatally wrong. Most folks chase that million-dollar idea like it's a golden ticket, but Robert's first lesson flips the script. Your idea is worthless without the right people backing it. Let's dig into what makes teams your secret weapon. At the Napa Winery, Robert introduced his circle of 14 advisors, each specializing in law, finance, marketing, or psychology. When his real estate deal started sputtering, it was Linda, the tax expert, who restructured the deal, saving him tens of thousands. That team wasn't just supportive, they actively rescued his billion-dollar vision from collapse. Think of a jazz band. The saxophonist doesn't outshine the drummer. They sync, improvise, and amplify each other's strength. That's exactly how Robert's advisors operate. Each advisor's unique skill isn't competing but harmonizing, creating a richer, dynamic business tune far beyond what solo acts could pull off. With the right team in place, Robert saw deals not just survive but accelerate. Instead of waiting on perfect timing or flawless conditions, his teams combined knowledge cut through obstacles, transforming risk into calculated moves, turning million-dollar ideas into money machines. Success, it turns out, is contagious when fueled by expert collaborators. You might already have people around you, but Robert warns most networks harbor a poor mindset that kills growth. The big question: how do you spot the right people who lift you instead of drain you? Robert recalls early days when he partnered with well-meaning but risk-averse friends. Ideas fizzled because their poor mindset turned every opportunity into fear. One partner said, "We can't afford that." That mindset stuck like glue, locking the whole group in scarcity rather than abundance. The lesson: your circle's beliefs shape your fate more than your own ideas. Credentials alone can fool you. At one point, Robert hired a slick CFO with impressive degrees but zero curiosity or grit. He quickly realized his business wasn't in the hands of a thinker but a box checker. Real value came from those who asked uncomfortable questions and dove deep, not those who just wore a fancy resume like a suit. Robert's rich dad advisors didn't just nod along. They pushed back hard, forcing him to rethink every assumption, sales pitch, even his own fears. This friction sparked breakthroughs. Around a fire in Maui, his marketing guru challenged a flawed approach, leading to a pivot that doubled his launch numbers overnight. That's the payoff. True advisors don't comfort, they challenge. So you're convinced a killer team is everything. But where do you start? Robert breaks down the blueprint to build, nurture, and leverage a high-powered team that turns ideas into empires. One of Robert's top advisors is a legal eagle, Amy. She doesn't dabble in finance or marketing. She owns legal issues, contracts, IP, liabilities, freeing everyone else to focus on their specialties. This clarity avoided overlap, cut confusion, and boosted efficiency. He calls it the strength silo, where everyone's role is sharp and non-negotiable. Early in their team-building journey, Robert insisted on brutal honesty. If someone was faltering or confused, it came out in the open fast. This radical transparency meant no wasted effort and constant feedback loops. The team wasn't afraid to call out weak points, which ironed out hidden risks before they erupted into disasters. Diversity was the secret sauce Robert refused to ignore. His advisors came from different continents, industries, and mindsets. When facing a market slump in Asia, the local strategist's fresh perspective reshaped their approach, opening doors Robert's US-centric advisors never saw. Diverse views sparked creativity and resilience that no single ecosystem could match. Back at that Napa table, Robert's glass catches the sunset light. The advisors are his quiet superpower, the real reason behind the money. Your million-dollar idea is just the start. It's the people around you doing the heavy lifting. So tonight, pick one person you trust and start building your team blueprint. No idea will fly solo. Try this, write down 3 people who challenge you and reach out tomorrow. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.